do yourself a favour, check out the Carlisle Cult Cinema Club, and don't forget not just to rate it, but also to subscribe on YouTube or Facebook.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Join me as I chat with Tony Mardon with 76 credits on his IMDb, 38 for acting, including Spider-Man Far From Home, The Informer, and an episode of one of my favourite superhero shows, Pennyworth, an episode of EastEnders and Ted Lasso, 9 as a director, 9 as a writer, 8 as yourself, 5 as a producer, 2 as additional crew, 2 in the art department, 2 thanks to 1 second unit. Then we're also joined by Lauren Jane Barnett, award-winning screenwriter, author of the Death Lines Walking London's Horror History, director of the short Robot Armadillo and the Invasion of Studio 69 segment in Video Shop Tales of Terror 2. She also co-hosts the London Horror Movie Club. She's got 21 IMDb credits to her name, 9 for acting, 3 as a writer, 3 as a producer, 1 as a director, 4 miscellaneous, including script, continuity department, 1 thanks to. Welcome to the Carlisle Cult Cinema Club presents Tony Mardon, Lauren Jane Barnett.
Hey, how you doing? Nice to be here. Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure, and I hope that intro was okay for you both.
It was lovely.
Yeah, wow. Best one I've ever had.
I didn't realise I'd done stuff.
Well, I kind of do me, I do my due diligence.
Yeah.
Before I get started. So, Tony, it all started for you, well, according to IMDb, back in 2012 with Gangsters, Guns and Zombies, where you played an eggshell zombie. How did that come about, and how did it all start for you?
Yeah, so essentially that was it. I was I mean I'd always loved horror films, from a really early age. Used to watch them, the double bills on on a Friday night, Saturday night, record them, watch them on the Sunday with my mum. And so I always loved horror films. Then I was a teacher. I was a school teacher. I was teaching art, and then a friend of mine had a friend who was directing Gangsters, Guns and Zombies. He just said, "Do you want to be a zombie in this film?" And it was no pay. It was really low budget. And I was like, "Yeah, of course I do."
Who wouldn't want to be a zombie?
Absolutely, yeah. So I was living in Whitstable at the time, and this was shooting in Dartford, so it wasn't a massive trek for me or anything. And so yeah, we turned up. There were probably about 30, 40 zombies. I was lucky. I was featured quite a lot in it. They asked me back to do another day. Actually, bizarrely, filmed from Whitstable, which was even better for me. And so yeah, I got to sort of munch and run after people and things. Eggshell Zombie actually is a sort of false moniker. It was a friend of mine just hacked IMDb and gave me the title Eggshell Zombie for no reason whatsoever. So so I kind of should really change it back. But no, it was really good fun. And then from there, I kind of got a bit of the bug, and I joined a couple of extras agencies, which is how things like sort of Spider-Man and other things became Spider-Man Venom 2. I was in quite a lot. I've done a lot of, when I first started doing it, I put a few of those on IMDb, the extra stuff. I stopped doing that. But yeah, I quite enjoyed being an extra. But it's frustrating when you want to act or direct and you're just sort of told what to do, stand there, whatever. So yeah, then I basically, what happened was, another friend of mine, Tris Thompson, said, I think he showed me a casting call for a film called Beyond Fury that Darren Ward was directing, with Giovanni Lombardo Radice, from City of the Living Dead and Cannibal Ferox.
Don't forget Jeff Stewart.
And Jeff Stewart from The Bill, of course. Thank you very much. Yeah, and Danny. That's why I met Danny Thompson for the first time, and quite a few other people, Gary Baxter, and yeah, I got the part of Travis in that. So from there, it kind of grew my love of kind of acting and watching the creative process and wanting to be more of a part of that. So that's kind of how it started for me. Yeah, yeah.
So after the playing the eggshell zombie, you were in Risen as a soldier.
That's true.
And then you were in its sequel, as a blind zombie. Any connection between the two? Is it supposed to be the same character?
No, it's not. It was so the same crew who did Gangsters, Guns and Zombies then did The
Right.
Risen and The Risen 2. The Risen, I just played a soldier. And then The Risen 2, I was just a creature that's asked about to be a creature. And that had the guy from Steps in it, not H, the other one, Lee.
Right.
Uh,
5, 6, 7, 8.
7, 8. Yeah, exactly. But I didn't get to meet him unfortunately because I'd have, I had a dance off or sing off or something. But no, but it was good. They were nice guys. So, Claire Pierce was the producer and Matt someone was the director, and it was just nice. It was like it was a bit like it was entry level filmmaking, at the time. I think
Yeah.
they've all gone on to do quite a lot of other stuff now, which is great. But yeah, but it was an eye opener just to be on set and to take direction and do just see how
Yeah.
it worked. And that's what the best thing is about being an extra. Actually, it was like, I mean, I don't do it now, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. But it would to see that professional productions how they're done. So like someone as an extra on Spider-Man Far From Home. It's the sets are huge, the production's huge. You see how things are done
Yeah.
Hollywood style as opposed to low budget style. So it was an eye opener for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh,
yes, that was it. That's it. That was the reason too. Yeah.
then you got to do 6 episodes of The Tunnel. Now, you just named as UK Detective. Did you have a name?
No, I didn't. No, again, that was extras. That was extra. That was extra stuff again. That was the first kind of properly paid, proper extras job I had, and I think I was quite spoilt really because again, I was living in Whitstable, and we were filming in Sandwich, so the old Pfizer Centre. So it's literally about 20 minutes drive away, and that was really good fun. So there were only a few of us. There were some plain clothes detectives. I was one of them, and there were some uniformed police extras, and we got on really well. Only about 10 of us, and we were there quite a lot. Yeah, we were there for quite a few weeks, a few days a week. Really good fun, really well looked after. It's very different doing that than like I think when I did Spider-Man, there were probably around about 300-400 extras.
Right.
It was a scene. I mean, I haven't seen it to be honest, but it's set on London Bridge, and I think one of the baddie appears, and buses turn over, and there's
Yeah.
shit going on, and yeah, so it was very different doing that than the tunnel. But yeah, but the tunnel was great fun actually. Yeah, met some really nice people on that.
Oh, well, that's good that you kind of meeting all these people and you're networking, so to speak, as well at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, people say if you want to be an actor, don't be an extra. So I mean, I get it. I think what they mean is being an extra is not going to help you act. It's not going to help your
No.
acting career. If you want to be an extra, that's great. If you want to be an actor, that's great. You can do the two, but you got to be one doesn't help the other.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just frustrating as someone who does want to act. That's kind of why I stopped doing it. Um, to not be in that position. So yeah,
So
but it's easy. It's easy money. It's easy money. And Ted Lasso was great. Ted Lasso, I was in season 1 and a bit of season 2. Was there,
I've got that down about Ted Lasso. I mean, that must have
yeah.
been a bit of an experience.
That was great. I mean, I had a really, really, really good time doing that. Again, great people. We were there. So the first season was great. We filmed mainly in West London TV studios. I was there the whole season, 2, 3 days a week. It was good money, great people. When we between takes, we were literally playing football. It's just knocking balls around, having a chat, having a laugh. Went to the rap party, got a great rap gift. Really, really, really nice people. Second season was as we were coming out of COVID. And so all those rules were in place. So we had to wear
Yeah.
between take we had to wear a mask. We had to sit 2 meters apart. We couldn't go out and play football. And it was I was driving from Whitstable to London, and I just wasn't enjoying it as much. So I just quit. I just couldn't be bothered. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating that I quit. One of the most successful TV series of the last few years, but
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Not the shirt though. You
I've
can
got.
see
Yeah.
it.
I don't. You can see as that's my in there hanging
Oh,
there.
right. Yes. I can
Is
see
so,
it just
but
in the
don't
background.
don't mention it too much because I stole it. I shouldn't have it.
Thief, get him.
Yeah.
Call the police.
Yeah, when I say stole it, I accidentally, I didn't really steal it. I accidentally put it into my bag because I forgot what I was doing.
Yeah, that's what we all do, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
You even done some Bollywood with Saja Singh Rangaroot.
I did.
That's how you say it.
I
Did you do
did.
get up to any Bollywood dancing?
I didn't. There wasn't. It was more of a. It wasn't any. It wasn't a typical Bollywood film. It was a Punjabi film, and it was quite a serious film about the Sikhs' involvement as Allied troops in the First World War. And how they were treated badly by the English, etc., and had to kind of prove themselves in battle. I got in trouble with the director because I was in a big fight scene. I was chosen to be in this fight scene with the lead actor, Sarjat Singh. No, what's his name? I can never remember his name. Dojat Dosanjh, but I can't think it was that. But he's a really well-known actor and singer.
Right.
In these films and things. But I had this fight scene with him, and I kept breaking the well, no, we kept breaking the stunt rifles. It wasn't. It was our fault. It was both of our faults. But of course, he was the big star, and I just kept getting shouted at, and then I just kept getting shouted at and shouted at. And it was just, I was a bit embarrassed at the time. I look back at it and I was like, doesn't really matter. But and then there was a bit at the end where most of the choreography was no, so when the fight scene was choreographed, but there was about 5 minutes at the end where the director just said, right, just go and hit each other with no choreography. So I had a bruise on my head, I had cuts where, and there was a bit I was padded up as well. There was a bit where he throws his rifle, it hits me in the chest, but then there was just bits where we were just kicking the shit out of each other. But there's
Sounds
nothing.
like fun.
Yeah, it was. And there's 3 or 4 of us in that scene. It was just bonkers. You wouldn't get away with it on like a bigger budget film, I don't think. But it was like their rules. But they do. What was great about working on like Bollywood films and Punjabi films, things like that, is great breakfast is always like I love boiled eggs and curried eggs, things great. And then always a lovely curry at lunch. Laid on big buffet curry. It's like yes, perfect. That's really good.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that was a sort of fun experience, actually. Yeah. That was in Essex again, not far from Kent. So that was an easy trek. Yeah, but yeah,
That sounds like loads of fun.
yeah. So, but sometimes when your extras work can be fun like that. 99% of the time, it's really boring. You're just standing in the background. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Ricky Gervais extras TV comedy series.
Yes.
It is very much like that, and you see people kind of like, so this is I'm an extra here. You see people like moving into camera like that, and trying to get their shot and asking for lines all the time, and it's quite funny. It can be it's quite embarrassing actually. I think being an extra sometimes.
Well, if you watch the Jonathan Ross one, he talks about being an extra.
That's right.
Yes. Which he said he staring at the camera in Breaking Glass, and he's the only one right in the corner. You just see him staring at the camera. So I'll be checking that out when this new Blu-ray version hits.
Yes, exactly.
And then obviously he said he was in the sex scene in The Rise and Fall of Idi Amin.
That's right, because you gave him the video, didn't you?
I've given him the VHS copy.
I used to have that back in my pre-cert collecting days on the Vipco label. Great sort of hand-drawn cover sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I thought I'd give him it as a gift, and he's received it and very appreciative because it's
really
a nice memory of him and his dad.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's great. It's a really nice thing. It's
yeah,
nice
I just thought, you know what I mean? I thought it'd be nice. So he'd done this big thing for me.
I'm looking forward to receiving my copy of Sarjat Singh Rangaroot.
All right, I'll have to find it then. Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
The pre-cert was
just talking about that again quickly. Just reminded me, they kind of got a bit confused, and I did try and tell them. There's one scene where I'm doing this big fight scene, and you keep cutting back to the soldiers watching, but you also see me watching. So I mean, you see me watching myself fighting, and I
Yeah,
did try to tell the AD, the assistant director, I can't be here and here. But they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. I mean, I suppose it doesn't really, because unless you know it's me, you're not really going to
yeah.
notice. But it's just funny to see me watching myself fighting. It's just, yeah, it's entertaining.
That's brilliant. I run a preset VHS group. I'll have to add you to it.
Yes, please. Yeah, I used to. I've got a few up there. But I mean, I used to have a massive collection. You know, like everyone, things happen, life changes, and you have to sell things but I've got a few. I've got the Deadly Spawn up there, which is one of my all-time favorites.
Nice.
I love the cover, and the Devil's Reign is up there because we're both William Shatner fans. So
That is an
yeah,
amazing William Shatner film.
it's brilliant. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. We need to get it actually. We need to get it and watch it again. We're gonna grab one on Blu-ray, I think. They're like
I think it's out on Blu. I think I've got it on Blu-ray. It's out on
yeah,
Blu-ray,
I
I
think
think.
we're gonna give it a go, give it a watch. Yeah, but I do like my pre-certs. There's something very satisfying about the opening and closing and the
Yeah,
physicality of them, you know.
I've got the full 72 nasties.
That's cool. That's
Um,
cool. I never had the full set. I didn't have Devil Hunter.
well, I've got to say, my Devil Hunter's a boot because I'm not
Oh,
paying
okay.
the money.
But that's I mean that's literally I don't know what it is now, but it's got to be over 1,000. I would have thought. Beast
Yeah,
in Heat was another one. Beast in Heat was another one I never had.
that's another one I've got a boot of. It's an
Yeah,
excellent boot, and you couldn't tell the difference from the original to the
that's
boot.
cool. That's cool.
But they're the only two I've got boots of because I'm not spending the silly money. And with Beast in Heat, you can't guarantee you're going to get a legitimate one, anyways.
So like say when the copies are so good,
Yeah.
you know, so you're paying you're paying a couple of grand for something that someone's knocked up in the garage, you know, and when you can have one that looks very similar anyway. So I agree with you there. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I've got the other 70 are all original.
That's great. Yeah.
Um, by them two, which I'm not paying the thousands of pounds for. No way. But yeah, so back to the interview. You also did the Informer, where you played a gangster. Now that's got a very, very starry cast.
It has. That's got. Is that Gerard Butler? Was he in that?
I'm just getting it up.
It was
Um,
someone. It was someone. Oh, and Anya. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember her name. The guy I was in a scene with was the guy I can't think again. I can't think of his
Joel
name.
Kinnaman, Rosamund Pike, Common.
That's it. And I was in a scene with the guy who played RoboCop in the remake.
Oh yeah, Joel Kinnaman.
That's it. Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
really nice actually. He was chatting to us for quite a while. Again, I got told off on set for talking. Got chucked out, but by very she was a very kind of vicious third AD. She was very on it. She was like, You've been told to talk. You've been told to stop talking." Blah blah blah. You know, it's like, okay, calm down. But yeah, no, Kinnaman was really nice actually, and I was played a Polish gangster in this scene, yeah, and you sort of see me sitting there with my vodka and walking out with my vest top on. Oh, and that film, they asked me if they could shave my head for, and I said yes, you can. So I shaved my head for that. For that three it's to get you get like 3 seconds on screen and you get an extra £12.50. £12
Hey,
pounds
it's
50.
all worth it in the end.
It's all worth it, when you see that chick come in with your cash building up in it. It's funny thing about extras work is you get all these little extras, you get these sort of supplementals, you get your basic pay, and then if you manage to get a line, I think you get £25 extra. If you have a haircut, you get £12.50. If you have interaction with the main cast, you get an extra 30 quid or whatever it is. So when we were doing Ted Lasso, because I was the football coach, I was constantly having interaction with the main cast. So, my money was going up. It was great. It was great. It was great. Yeah. So that was good. Yeah. But yeah, so that was the Informer. I think it was called something else when we were filming it. I think it was like 3 seconds or something.
Right.
But the director, I remember that, he came over and chatted to us. He was really nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you mentioned the Beyond Fury earlier on. Um, what was it like? Because it's quite a bloody British gangster film, that one.
Yeah, it was great.
And you were playing Travis, obviously.
I played Travis. Yeah, not really nice. So basically, it's basically I'm in a gang. Uh, we take we sort of raid these people. There's a Walker who's like ex Marine, not ex Marine, ex SAS type guy, and his pregnant fiance, and we think we kill him. Turns out we don't, and we kill him and do hideous things to his wife, played by his fiance, played by Danny. Um, and then basically what happens is he then comes back and finds us and kills us.
Yeah.
Basically. And Giovanni's like the main baddie in it. It was great. I loved every minute of it. I had sort of squibs attached to me, and I get shot in the chest, and I had my head made up to sort of be shot at. Oh, yeah, it
Oh,
was great.
nice.
Yeah, really. And Darren's become a really good friend. He's hoping to get a film off the ground called Lottie, which I'm hoping to be a part of.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's great. And Beyond Fury was the third part of a trilogy. Sudden Fury and Day of Violence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, no, it was great. It was great fun. Yeah, and to go from sort of doing a bit of extras work to actually having a speaking part was a bit daunting. I look back at it now, it probably wasn't my finest working places, but oh, thank you, Baba. But yeah, but it was great. I loved it. Really nice people. Yeah, really really good fun. And like yeah, when you watch it, it's blood everywhere. It's a great scene.
I've seen it when it first kind of hit. I think I've got it on DVD somewhere.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was mental.
Yeah, it is. It's bonkers. I mean, what Darren managed to do on a tiny budget is, I think, it was really impressive. Uh, the special effects were brilliant. The shots are brilliant. The production sort of outweighs the budget. The
Yeah.
production values look stunning. Um, yeah, really, I really enjoyed it. And then when you see, especially when you see the first two, which are great, really good fun. David Warbeck's in one, from
That's it.
the Beyond and stuff. They're great, but this one's sort of up to the production, twofold. Yeah, and so I'm really looking for. He's just done a short called Passion, which was good fun as sort of a giallo. He's a massive giallo fan, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what he does with Lottie. Hopefully that will get off the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll be looking forward to it. I mean, what was it like working alongside, obviously, Giovanni,
Well,
Lombardo, Radici,
I
or Johnny Morgan to us video nasty
exactly.
fiends?
I didn't have a scene with him, annoyingly.
Oh,
I didn't have a scene with him. So, but I knew him from that, obviously. And then we were friends on Facebook, and I asked him to be in which the Witches of the Sand. So which he is. So eventually we did get to work together. Yeah. And unfortunately, only a month or so before he passed away. Um, yeah, but that was so I did finally actually get a scene with him. Yeah.
well, believe it or not, he was the first interview I ever done.
Oh, really?
And the sound and the video weren't right, so it's never ever came out.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
He's so
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah,
absolutely gutted about it as well.
yeah. No, that's yeah. We went out. We ended up going out for dinner. Afterwards because it was he was at the Romford Horror Film Festival with Sylvia Colatina from House by the Cemetery.
Yeah.
And so basically, I kind of we worked it out. I nabbed them for a few hours on a day that they weren't needed there to film at our friend Lyle's house. That was again, and Darren Ward, funnily enough, came to help because he became good friends with Giovanni, with Johnny. So it was nice to have him there just to help bridge the gaps and things like that. But no, it was good. It was good. Yeah, I was going to say something. It's gone. Oh yeah, it was a great day. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I mean, when you were doing your extra work, you even got EastEnders as Clive.
I
That
was
must have
Clive.
been.
I was in EastEnders twice. I did. So once I was a runner. There was a 10K run bizarrely that started outside the Queen Vic in Albert Square. The best place. All 10K races start outside pubs in
That's it.
London. And I was there with Danny Dyer next to me and some others, and one of the cast tripped over, and I helped him with his foot because I used to do a lot of running, and I helped him. I can't think his name is now, but I helped him put his foot up. And then the other one was a Halloween special that was in the Queen Vic, and I was an apple. I was bobbing for apples. So Danny Dyer's character says, "Right, who's next?" He pulls the name out and says, "Clive." And there I am, and then I go and try dunk for an apple, and that was that. Then you see me in the bar later on getting a drink, ordering a pint in the Queen Vic. So it was a good again, it was interesting to be in the Queen Vic. I don't watch
I was
EastEnders,
gonna say no, I don't myself, but at
but it
least you
just
got in the Queen Vic.
well exactly, and to be in Albert Square, it was fun, But it's again, it's a funny thing because you get all their regular extras who are in the market. You get the regular extras from sort of Albert Square, and extras are funny. They have this weird sort of hierarchy, It's this you're not just all extras. You have your regular extras and your extras who are here and the extras who are there, and and they kind of look down on you a little bit. It's quite funny.
Well, again, Jonathan Ross's mum was an extra in
Yes,
EastEnders for years.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
I don't know what to say. Yeah, it's a strange job.
and then we kind of get to 2021, and the birth of my favorite character of yours, Mr. Daniels, in
Yes,
Mosaic. How
yes.
did you create such a grimy little man? Oh, yeah, Mr. Daniels.
Well,
Oh.
I just modeled him on myself. No, I mean the thing is, and Mr. Daniels. So Mr. Daniels first started as where he was born originally as a kind of short called The Allotment, which wasn't quite Mr. Daniels, but that was the kind of the seeds for it. Again, that was his TIS films with Alex and Mike,
Yeah.
and then from there he became a character in the film called Mosaic. And basically, they wanted someone who was like kind of, I suppose, a sort of serial killery mummy's boy, kind of, I don't know, Norman Bates meets a paedophile
But kind of
meets a
fanboy as well.
fanboy. Yeah, he's a massive fan of Paula Valentine. He's got a massive crush on the actress Paula Valentine in the film, played by Danny again. Yeah, and I just kind of what did I do? I think the thing is when the makeup goes on. And you got this sort of mouth and everything, and your hair's slicked back, and you've got an anorak on. It's very easy to get into probably too easy. It's too easy to get into character. It was just, and then I just
kind of remind me of, the Milky.
yes, exactly. I don't. You probably won't know that. Was that the Mary Whitehouse experience?
Mary Whitehouse experience, yeah.
That's going back a bit.
It is.
Yeah, very. It's really fun to play the nasty, crazy characters that you don't get to, do things like that in everyday life. Not always. And yeah, it was really good. And then I sort of I played him again in Video Shop 1, then Video Shop 2, and then I think maybe Video Shop 3 is going to happen. So yeah, here I. So this is the. So there, where am I?
You're
there.
You're there.
There I am. There I am. So it's, yeah.
Which I absolutely loved the first one, and Singh keeps saying he's going to get us a copy sent to the second one so I can review it and all the rest of it.
And did you say you've seen it?
I've seen the first one, but I haven't seen the second one yet.
So
Singh's going to get us a copy.
The second one, the first one's great, and I think that the second one. It is not necessarily in terms of the stories or anything, but in terms of production, it just looks, sounds, and feels 100 times more polished. Right. It's great. I mean, partly because Lauren wrote some of it, obviously.
No, it's Alex.
No,
well,
yeah, Alex did a great job.
This is where your paths cross a little bit, isn't it, with Mosaic? Because Lauren's in there, and that's your first IMDb credit. Is that where you've met?
No,
Oh.
so weirdly, although it's my first IMDb credit, it's not the first time I'd filmed on set because Witches of the Sands has not come out yet.
No.
No.
But we met at
Will it
Dark
ever?
Yeah.
Tell you about that later.
Yeah,
We
we'll get
met
to that.
at Dark Fest because I was promoting Deathlines, my book about horror walks, and oh, this is very sweet of him. So it's horror walks
There we
around
go.
London.
Deathlines. Get yourselves it bought, people. You can get it
Yeah.
on Amazon.
Great cover by
Yeah.
Graham
Humphreys, of
Graham
course.
Humphreys.
Yeah.
Crazy talented. But so I
Yes.
was talking about my book at this horror festival, and he was promoting one of his other films, Libra. And we met there and we were friends. And then this very handsome man, had the perfect pickup line, which was, "Would you like to be in my movie?" And I was like, yeah, I love horror movies.
Oh no.
Horror movie. And so we had he
I
sort of
hope he wasn't a Harvey Weinstein.
No.
Would you like to be in the movie? Come to the room.
Harvey Weinstein learned everything from me. No, he didn't. No. No. I shouldn't have said that. Was a silly joke, everyone. Poor taste. Poor taste.
Poor taste, yes. But
Taste.
we all look at the films we like. We like poor taste.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
Exactly. Yeah.
But so I did the scene with witches first, but then he very sweetly was like, "Oh, you can kind of act. I'll let my friends know." And Alex had been looking for extras in Mosaic, and so I play like a couple different extras in Mosaic. One of which we do together. We're both strippers in space.
Space strippers.
Space strippers get killed by a masked slasher, and it's fantastic because basically it was an accident that we got to act together because it was our first time acting together. He directed me in Witches, but when we came to the studio for Mosaic, we're like, "Hey, you're gonna be these space strippers," and it's cut throughout the film. I was like, "Great." And another woman, Angel, was supposed to be there, and she didn't come. She didn't show up. Everyone panicked, and we were like, "We can pop a wig on Tony," and that's exactly what we did. We put him in this glittery dress and this sexy red wig. I did his makeup, and then he and myself and another girl were the strippers.
I was just there originally for moral support and to help and make tea and you know because when you're doing these sort of very low budget films, you know, you kind of rely on people helping out here and there. And I love going on sets like that and just making the tea, making sure everyone's happy if I'm not in it. I'd rather be in it, but you know, then luckily, Angel didn't turn up, so I got to drag up really,
And to this day, nobody has said to me, "Was that Mr. Daniels in the red stripper?"
Yeah, very different look. Yeah.
Yeah, very different
But,
look.
and then, but also after we met at Darkfest, though, then Lauren asked me on her podcast called London Horror Movie Club with her brother, which was great fun. And then I'm a member of a group called the Cads of Horror. So it's like we just meet up. So it's people like Alan Bryce, you know, Dark. So
you'll become there's going to be a Cads of Horror podcast as well as a Gentleman of Horror podcast.
That's a good one.
They're both great.
They're both great. We've sometimes been invited out with the gentleman, but I don't know, you know, that doesn't happen often. But we're definitely Cads, but yeah, it's great. It's really nice. We just go out and have some drinks and chat and usually get a curry or something in London or Essex sometimes. Yeah, and Lauren came along to one of those, and that was great. And then kind of everything blossomed. Everything blossomed.
Oh, lovely. And you're now engaged as well, which is
we're getting married next year, next August.
Oh, well, there we go. Nice August wedding.
Exactly.
Like this.
Yes. It's all very exciting.
Oh, brilliant. I got married in 1st November.
Oh, nice.
Reason being was so we'd never forget our anniversary. Because it's the day after Halloween.
Oh, of course it is. I hadn't made the connection.
That's clever.
That is good. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a reason being.
Keep the decorations up for the.
Yeah, and we do decorate the house for Halloween, and we do make a point of it. And I watch movies from morning to midnight.
I love that. I love
yeah.
that.
Get about 10 films in a day on the day, should I say, from about 8, 9 o'clock, right the way through.
It's
got to be done. So now we're getting to the biggie, Witches of Sands, unfinished, your magnum opus, which has got so many actors in it. I mean, Alan Bryce is in it twice.
He is.
He is in
He
it.
is.
You know, with me and Bryce have discussed it in a podcast.
Excellent.
Lauren is an executive producer and also acts as Rolexus.
She does.
And a lot of other people.
She does. Yeah. Well, Lauren's grown in the role. I have to
All
say.
right.
So she's like so.
Relexus was that first date.
That's Vampire, Lauren, and then there's
Preacher Powell.
Preacher. So we got a sort of weird sort of another which looks very different. And then yeah, it's basically so it's looking really good. It's coming together. We're on the looking through the footage stage. You know, Andy's already started editing bits of scenes together, so we're on that stage of going through everything. There's going to be little bits and pieces we need to kind of touch up and do. Some of the animated scenes are still being animated, but we are winning. We are definitely winning. Yeah. Yeah, and Lauren's been in. Lauren's very helpful. Lauren's a great writer and a great actor. So, and actually, what's nice actually is that Lauren, whereas I like, I'm quite spontaneous and my brain's a bit messy, and I like creating and things. And I hate the logistic sides of things. I hate spreadsheets. I hate budgeting. I hate trying to work out who's going where at what time. Lauren's very good at that. Lauren kind of is brilliant at that. So so I'm a mess. So we work quite well together. Although I think it might be a bit annoying for Lauren sometimes, but yeah. So but if that works really well, then yeah. So we are getting there. I think it's going to be around about 2 hours, and it's going to be. I haven't said this before. It's probably going to be 50-50 live action and animation. So
right.
it's quite interesting. There's lots
because you have screened it in a couple of places, rough cuts, haven't you?
No, we've screened a few. We've seen a few short scenes,
right?
That were ready to go, and a couple of the animated scenes that were ready to go. So we showed a couple of those at Dark Fest, at Horror on Sea,
and at Rat Party.
The Rat Party. We showed a couple of scenes when Ian McCulloch came down, and yeah. Oh, he wasn't in that scene, was he? No. Oh no. But Ian, no. So Ian McCulloch, obviously zombie flesh eaters, contamination, etc. He thank you. He was he plays two characters as well. One of them being Horst Markway, who we kind of modeled on Captain Kronos. I'm a big fan of Captain Kronos. And then now I don't know if many people know this, but Ian McCulloch has got an amazing singing voice. And he actually had Yes, he had a single out in 1964 on Decca. And him along with Fabio Frizzi, obviously the Italian composer from the Beyond and Zombie Flesh Eaters, have created a song for witches. So we've got an Ian McCulloch Fabio Frizzi collaboration in Witches of the Sands, which for me is like bonkers, along with people like Linnea Quigley, Barbara Manolfi from Suspiria. It's just all coming together, Yeah, I'm very excited about it, actually.
You've got Deborah Lamb in there as well, who's
Deborah Lamb's in it, of course.
Simon
Bamford from Hellraiser. Lynn Lowry's in it. Pauline Pierre, Lloyd Kaufman. I don't know. I'm going to be.
It's basically a who's who of.
Much, yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's exciting. I was going to say it's one of Giovanni's last films. Bless him. Yeah, and I shouldn't have started naming people now, should I? Because now I feel like I need to name everyone. Brandon Crane from It, Stephen King's It's in it. Eileen Dietz from The Exorcist. Yeah, and many others. Yeah, so we are excited. Oh, Brinke Stevens, Scream Queen, of course, along with Linnea. Yeah, really good. Exciting. Lots of bonkers animation, lots of bonkers scenes, lots of crazy characters. Strange music.
So what's Witches about?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. Well, look.
Well, we're talking about it, so I've got to ask you.
Yeah, but I don't want to give too much away. But it's about a film that's never made.
A bit like Witches of the Sands.
Well, that's exactly what it is. It's very sort of self-referential. It's about this film, The Witches of the Sands, and the problems that go into making The Witches of the Sands. And you see the director, and behind the scenes, this this film trying to be made, and the problems the director's having with cast and extras, and there's a lot of scenes with extras in it, and sort of what's going on in his life as well. But then you also get to see bits of the film that he's making. So you actually get to see bits of The Witch of the Sands in The Witch of the Sands. And yeah, it's all a bit kind of meta and crazy, but there's a little bit more to it than that. Which I won't go into too much. But yeah, and it's about what's going on in the head of the creator, I suppose, more than anything. Is that what you'd say?
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah.
it said.
Yeah. So there's we can get away with pretty much whatever really. So yeah, which is great.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. You'll have to send us a copy when it's all sorted, so I can.
Of course.
And I'll get you back on once I've watched it, so we
That'd be great. Well,
talk about it properly.
What I didn't want to do, I think it's really easy when and you see it all the time on. I keep saying this. One of the things we kind of reference in The Witches is things like Netflix and Prime and Disney, and they kind of this sort of churn out the same sort of film after film after film after film. And I think it's quite easy, and you see the same thing as well with low budget stuff on Prime, horror films specific, I think specifically, it's very easy to make a boring horror film, a really low budget, and they follow the same. There's no gore, there's no blood, there's no interest, there's no good characters. It's just one thing, one standardized thing after another. And that's
isn't that mostly modern horror nowadays?
Exactly. And I mean, I think it's in particular that kind of low budget stuff you see streaming. But I think I know I don't. There's not a huge amount of new horror that I'm loving. I mean, saying that, I thought The Substance was brilliant. I like things like Hereditary, Long Legs. I thought was stunning. I know, and these are sort of films that I know people love or hate, and I get that. And I there's some of that I really like. There are some of the sort of the lower budgets, the more fun stuff as well that I quite enjoy. And I saw something the other day that I quite liked. I can't think what it was now. But I think there is stuff being made that's entertaining, but there's too much being made that isn't. That's just very formulaic and boring. And what we didn't, we set out to make something different. A bit like Tiff's films with Video Shop 2 and Lyle. It's very different. It's very self-referential. It's made by people, and Witches are made by people who love horror films, who aren't making it just because they want to make some money, but they're making it because of their love for the genre,
for the love of it.
And that's what's important. And when you see that enthusiasm on screen, which you do in Video Shop, for example, Video Shop 2, Mosaic, there's obviously they're micro budget films, and but there's something very exciting about them, and the love for the genre is evident, and that's what makes these films interesting. As opposed to, I'd rather watch that than a £200 million Marvel film. If I'm that's just.
I must say I'm a big comic book fan, so I do have a big soft spot for superhero movies.
I like comics. But I am bored of the movies. I just find them. I mean, I know I'm in the minority. I'm aware of that, but I just find it seems to be the same film with different costumes.
Yeah, there's definitely been a massive lull. The films haven't been great, but Thunderbolts was excellent, and the new Superman is just superb.
Is it really? I'm going to take your word for it. I've got no interest in if I know this is again my sort of nostalgia, I suppose. But if it's not Christopher Reeve in Superman 1 or 2, it's not going to work for me. I mean, because as far as I'm concerned, those two films are probably the pinnacle of superhero movies.
They're amazing.
I mean, Superman 2 and Superman 1 to a certain extent. I mean, they're just perfect. They're so good, but they don't rely so much on these big fights with aliens and monsters and things. I know obviously you have the three baddies in Superman 2, but there's something quite there's something a little bit more human
grounded.
about, human and grounded about them. As opposed to just monsters and robots and everything. I don't know. I just find it all a bit tedious. But
the new Superman's got that human touch, especially every scene with Krypto, he steals it. So if you're
I've
an animal
heard.
fan and a dog fan,
Well, the thing is that this is good, but that scares me a little bit because I really dislike children in films as well. And we have this, so it's like, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Aliens, and I don't want to see I don't want to see short around. And I know that we've talked about this before. I know there's a reason in Aliens because the mother Bond thing, blah blah blah. But I just ask, oh no, there's another kid in it. Oh, there's another. Whoa, no. But and I'm kind of worried that a bit about the dog aspect of that in the Superman, but. Yeah,
no,
maybe.
it works
Maybe.
perfectly well. It works perfectly well, and it is they use that original Superman theme throughout the movie, and modernizing it up as well.
Okay. I mean, I don't really go to the cinema, but we like to sort of stay in and watch films at home. So when it comes on, when it streams, we'll pay our 15 quid, I'd imagine, and watch it maybe. But yeah.
Again, thoroughly. I went last Monday with my mate, and because again, it's this Christopher Reeve Superman. I loved as a kid. And I thought this looks like it's gonna be, and it was. He was a very human Superman compared to Henry Cavill's, which was a bit more stoic.
Yeah, well, I think that's good. That's good. That's good. I like, because I'm quite sentimental when it comes to films and things, and I'll cry and everything. So I like that kind of human.
Oh, I welled up at Superman.
Okay, I'm sold. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I would definitely say. But anyways, that was breaking back to the Witches of the Sand.
Yes.
Sorry, we mentioned comic books, and I went off on a tangent.
That's cool. Yeah. So yeah. Well, that's kind of it, really. I mean, it is what it is. We've got. And so let me talk about the animated scenes very quickly. We've got some great animated scenes. One of them is a witches versus trauma scene. So Lloyd gave us permission to use any trauma characters we wanted, with the exception of Toxie because of the new film. So we've got a great scene with sort of. I won't give too much away, but with the
Kabuki Man's in there.
Kabuki Man is in there.
Oh,
Kabuki Man is in there.
I love Kabuki Man.
Kabuki Man is in it receiving a blowjob from a trainette. So yeah, exactly. I love Kabuki Man. And you know what? We're going to go to Trauma Dance in New York in September.
Yeah, I'd love to get Lloyd on this show, but I do not know how to get in contact with him.
Well, I'm sure I can sort something out there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. I'm sure he'd be happy to do that. But yeah, no, so we've got a great scene with the trauma characters. We've got a scene that features Peter Cushing, Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, Boris Karloff, Peter Lorre, Donald Pleasance,
does it have John Carradine?
John Carradine, the Wolfman, Nosferatu. So a little animated.
So you've got the greats. You've got all the
greats.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, I thought I'm never going to be able to work with these people. So how can we go about it? So
the guys who we grew up with watching.
Exactly. So yeah, we've got a great scene with these animated guys on a sort of M.R. James ghost story parody, which is
brilliant.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of that. We've got a great sort of Mr. Ben, which is Mr. A. Yeah, so we've got a Mr. M sketch, which is a parody of Mr. Ben, which is a lot of fun.
A very rude.
Why that's never been made into a movie, I'll never know.
Yeah, I know. It should be. Mr. Ben was just classic. I mean, we didn't you didn't know, did you, Mr. Ben?
No, you had to show it.
I had to show because obviously Lauren grew up in the States. And the other one we watched the other day was Camberwick Green and Chigley, which so I was like, what's going on?
And grub.
Brilliant. We watched a great one. I don't know if you've seen it, where Windy Miller is drunk when he's just drinking cider, drunk. And so the baker doesn't get his flour. It's great. I mean, it's children's TV at its finest. You know?
Yeah.
have to get
You've got to show it a bit of bod.
out. Sorry?
Get a show on bod.
Bod, yes.
Oh, I know bod.
Bod,
Yeah, bod.
And Jamie and the Magic Torch, obviously.
Yes. We've seen a
Charlton
bit
and the
of that.
Wheelies.
Charlton and the Wheelies. Charlton and the Wheelies is one of my favourites. I remember being quite scared of that when I was little.
My wife was as well because of the witch.
The witch, yeah, Fenella, yeah, she was,
Yeah.
and the spiky things and the toadstools that popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so we've got talking about toadstools actually. Just a segue.
You're doing a load of mushrooms after we get off this.
Before I wrote witches, in fact, we're just finishing our draft for a book we're writing about plant-based horror films. So and we just kind of got to the end of the first draft, and it's looking really good.
Editing it.
We're in the editing stage. So we're looking
brilliant! I look forward to having a look at that.
Because there's so many as well that you kind of don't think about. You think of the obvious ones like, you know, Day of the Triffids and Creepshow and things, but then there's Matango and
I was going to say Matango,
Pinter and things, you know, and Gaia and things. Yeah, so yeah, it's been really good fun watching and sort of researching these films with Lauren, and what, you know, because Lauren's a great writer. I just say something silly every now and again, and Lauren writes it. So yeah, so that's
good pairing then, a good pairing.
Good, perfect pairing. Yeah, so that's a project we've had going on, and we're also making an anthology film at the moment as well, which with James Edwin Newton, the director. So I did before I met Lauren, I did a film called Libra and Rabbit.
No, Rabbit was with
you. Rabbit was with you. Yeah,
because you've done, I think, nine collaborative. There's been 9 things you'd have been in together.
That sounds about right.
From what I looked up.
Yeah, so some of these so Rabbit and Libra were put into an anthology. We've just filmed a shot of this was from that's Rabbit, that's us in Rabbit,
right?
And then this is Dana, which we shot a few weeks ago. That's me there looking quite poorly. So that was great. That was on a story written by Lauren, directed by James, that we're both in. And then we've got a couple more shorts to put together. One James is doing, one we're doing, and then we'll get the wraparound, and that should be out, I don't know, year after next, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Believe it or not, last year started working on a short for possibly a video shop Tales of Terror with a director called Clive. He'd done He'd done a film with Craig Conway and Olga Korolenko about sleep demons.
Okay.
No, that's not it. I can't remember its name now. And he was part of the podcast team for a short while because he was living in Carlisle. And he came to us and said, "Do you want to do a short? Do you know anywhere it would go?" I reached out to Sing. He got cancer, which he's survived, and is now off on other things. And I asked him about the short. He went, "No, I'm not interested anymore." As blunt as that. And I was just like, Same with the podcast as well. It was, I said, "You still interested in the podcast?" "No." Okay then.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So I was a bit gutted, to be honest, because I was looking forward to, helping write and being in a short, possibly for one of the video shop Tales of Terror.
Yeah.
Because we're going to film it early this year, to kind of just before the summer, but as I say, it all went by.
That's a shame.
Which was a shame.
Yeah, I mean, these things. I mean, yeah, it does happen, doesn't it? You kind of have plans, and then something happens, and
anthologies can be a lot like that anyway. Though you've
Yeah.
got so many different people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can get it done another time.
Yeah.
Clive Tonge is his name. But the film he directed is excellent.
Okay.
The one film he done was excellent. And I can't think of the bloody name, and I did know it. But yeah, and it's just a shame that we're not going to get to work on what we were working on. Anyways, back to the interview, because I do go off on these little tangents. To Lauren, how did Deathline's Walking London Horror History come about?
So I love London. I've lived here for 18 years, and one of the things I used to do, I came here to get my degree, and I was getting a PhD, and one of the things I used to do in my spare time was I'd do like the London history walks, because I loved learning about the city and bits. And I love horror films, and I always wanted to try and find a horror one, and I couldn't. This was back in would have been 2012, so before Vincent Price Walks had started. So like there were none. And so I started doing my own basically in my free time. And I started out just doing one, and then it sort of like expanded, and then I my publisher Mark had knew about them and said, there'd be a book in this, and I was like, okay, great, because I love to write anyway. So it happened kind of naturally, just out of loving it and loving the city and loving horror movies, and then I got weirdly kind of lucky in that COVID hit right when I'd submitted my first manuscript. And so they were like, well, we won't be able to publish anything anytime soon. So if you want, you can, go into it more, do more.
Yeah.
And I was able to, I think, make much better walks than the ones I was even giving, because I was able to find out like loads of other weird little details. So I have my 8 base walks, which are the ones I give, but each walk also has like, in keeping with the theme, places you can go. So for example, I've got a walk about like ghosts and stuff in Holland Park, and then there's a few other haunted locations like Enfield and things that you can go to that were
Yeah.
really haunted and then inspired films. So it ended up being kind of more than just the walks as well. And I managed to cram in 146 movies into it, which was great.
Bloody hell, that's very good.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was fantastic.
It's great. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but it's great because we've done a couple of the walks, especially the Chelsea one, which is where we live,
I
Covent
did one for the
Garden.
cats in Covent Garden.
Now, if I'd had a bit more time knowing that Lauren was coming on, I would have had the book bought and read through it. But
Oh wow, thank you. I can send you a
I
copy.
like to do my, as Tony knows, I like to do my due diligence. I wanted to watch a lot of the stuff Tony's done, but they're hard to find.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, no, they are. And annoyingly,
Yeah,
annoyingly.
which is a shame because there's
Yeah,
some great work in amongst it all.
yeah,
His
yeah.
Black Lizard Tales is one of my favorite things he's in.
So James Edward Newton's a great director. He's a good friend of ours, and I really like what he does. He has a very sort of interesting way of shooting and filming, and I don't know how to describe it exactly.
I mean, it's very surreal and different. If you
Like the
are,
art house.
yeah, art house. If you're in for something a bit weird and a bit unusual, he's definitely your
Yeah.
guy.
But he does
All
bonkers
right.
things with the actors as well. It's like, it's like he said it himself, you can't really use this stuff in your show reel because you all look mad. It's like we'll have you sort of pausing in strange places and taking ages to say something and things. It's like, yeah, but it's great. I really like working. So he's the guy who's doing the anthology with us as well, and co-directed Libra and Rabbit. So yeah, no, I was going to say something. I can't remember what it was.
I was saying I love you, Black Lizard
Oh,
Tales.
Black Lizard Tales, yeah. So yeah, some of the things like the Dark Side releasing in the yeah, but they're in the States, so you have to get them imported
Yeah.
over, and it costs quite a lot of money, to at the moment to get stuff over from the States. So it's frustrating. That's what I was going to say. Sorry. Yes, I'll be quiet now because you're talking.
Um. What to Lauren? Because we're on the Lauren part now.
Oh,
So that's it, Tony. I'm joking. What was the experience like with your directorial debut, Robot Armadillo? And
I
with it
gave
being animated, because you directed it, you wrote it, and you narrated.
I gave myself the easiest directing job ever in that I gave direction, vague, basic direction to a wildly talented animator who made it all look correct, and then I could give notes. So actually, even though I'm officially the director, Mark Stewart, who's the animator, effectively directed it off of me being like, Robot Armadillo is very strange. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it.
No, I haven't.
It's very strange. It is not a narrative, it's not linear. It's following through an idea where you start off with a question, you make it as complicated and weird and convoluted and philosophical as you can, and then you bring it right back down to something very essential and quite sweet. And so I gave him like some touch points of how we wanted to do this, but I kind of was like, you are the animator. I trust you. And then we'd go back and forth a little bit. But I gave quite a lot of the directing to him, if I'm honest. So I made it very easy on myself because I had a very talented person I was working with. And actually Marcus, who did a lot of the animation, not all, but a good chunk of the animation for Witches. So I knew how good he was. I knew how well he worked with like flow and movement. And I still remember that first conversation. I was like, it's gonna be really weird. And he was like, oh, I worked with Tony. And I was like, weird in a different way, though. This will make lots of sense, but no sense as a film. It's this beautiful experience, but it's not a narrative. And he was totally on board with it, which was very lucky. So I got to then focus on the fact that I had written it and just how I wanted to narrate it, and then how to present it, and this idea for the robot armadillo concept, which ends up being this little cute dude at the end.
Mark's very astute. He's very good at working out through sort of relationships with us and knowing us, and from our notes and the way we talk about things, exactly what we want.
Yeah.
He's just one of these people and he's very astute, very talented, and kind of gets us, I think, both. And he said, he likes working with us in totally different ways. We're very different to work with, but the results are fantastic.
Yeah, I'm incredibly proud of Robot Armadillo. Actually, I was really lucky. It's kind of, it sounds like it's a me project, and don't get me wrong, I wrote it and I narrated it, so it's definitely around me, so it was my idea. But Mark did the animating, he created the world, and then Craig Asbury, who did the soundtrack, did this incredible ethereal sound basically off of, we gave him my narration and the animation and said, good luck. I hope you can make philosophy a sound. And he did. And he's totally amazing. And it was a very, very collaborative experience. It was really lucky because we all just sort of trusted each other to know what to do. I gave Mark the soundtrack and was like, this is the pace of it. These are the ideas. We gave the look and the pace to Craigus and said, make this a world. And so it's really our baby. It's the three of us really evenly, I think. And we've each had different moments of being recognized for it. So Craigus is currently nominated for Best Sound at the Pompeii Wood Festival. We came in second for Best Animation at Film House. And then we've got Best Anime, or sort of a weird thing. It deserved an award, so we made one for it at a Femme Film Festival. And so I feel like that's the concept. And so we each have had a chance to be recognized for putting into it, which I really like. It's a very
like a special recognition award.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, we love this film, but it doesn't fit any normal categories because there's no actors, there's no narrative, there's no we're like, here you go. But yeah, so it was a really good, the three of us, a really good project. And to be fair, I'd seen how Tony's worked with animation. I'd seen Alex direct on set. So I had a lot of experience by then, at least watching how these things needed to work, which was really lucky.
And then that takes us to Dana, which the pair of yous are in.
Yes.
Dana is a brutal and intimate portrayal of a couple in which a woman consumed by the care of her terminally ill husband, depicted through the lens of horror. This short is the expression of an emotional moment, woman's obsessive caretaking of man, and the decaying codependency is explored through her claustrophobic ritual of darning, which binds them together in sickness and in health.
Yes.
That was on IMDb, that. So
I thought you just made that up.
No, sorry, that was on IMDb. Yeah. So,
it's a brilliant story by Lauren.
Is this like a kind of look to the future for you two as well?
You're very afraid.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got to go.
That's it. I've had enough. I'm away. Bye.
Yeah. No. That's a good question.
Actually, to look to my past. It's not a look
yes, it's go. Yeah. Do you want
to? So when we met, I was going through a very stressful divorce, and it was a way of getting that relationship in a different space, writing that. And I had written it slightly differently. I showed it to Tony, and he made a couple suggestions, and we tweaked it and turned it into what it is now. But it was very much about that thing of when don't know if you've ever had to care for somebody who's not well, but you start to lose yourself into taking care of them. That becomes your identity.
I'm on the other side. My wife looks after me because of my condition, which is transverse myelitis, paralyzed us from the neck down 6.5 years ago, and now can stand, can walk aided for about 4 meters before the pain's too much. But yeah,
That's
so I'm looking forward to watching Dana, because I kind of, from what I've seen there, slight my own position, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I have to say you're incredibly amazing and impressive, and I think this takes it in a really sick and twisted direction instead.
Yeah.
But
Brilliant.
it's that core concept, and then you just, like all good horror does, you take it in the worst possible direction you can. But yeah, it's like he said, it's going to be part of an anthology, but we'll also release it on its own for festivals and things, so there'll be a chance to see it, and we can send you a screener.
Oh, definitely. Same with Robot Armadillo.
It's on
I'd love
YouTube.
to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, I'll look for
it's
it. I didn't realize it was on YouTube.
No worries. It's weirdly hard to find, because if you search robot armadillo, this is you get people making actual robot armadillos, not mice.
Which is cool.
But it's on Large Potato, Small Potato, which is our production
We'll
company.
send it to you later.
We'll send it to you. But if
I send the link, and I'll. I
Yeah.
wish I'd known now before we'd done the interview. Because as I say, I do like to watch the stuff and read the stuff before I get into it, because I just think it makes for a better interview.
Of course, yeah. Well,
Not that because I haven't watched all the stuff and read all the stuff that this is a bad interview, because it isn't. I'll be honest, I think it's been excellent crack.
Thoroughly enjoying it. Thank you. Yeah.
No. So, what's next for the pair of yous then? So, obviously, finishing Witches of the Sands.
Finishing the book.
Yeah.
Finishing the book together.
Finishing the anthology.
We're working on Video Shop 3 as well. I'm doing a little bit of writing, or I have done a little bit of writing for that, but I imagine, or I'm hoping Alex will have me do a little bit more, because we talked about a couple of scenes, and he's obviously going to be in Video Shop 3.
Mr. Daniels, I'm hoping, because you're a professor in the second one, from what I've
Professor
read.
Daniels, yeah, Dr. Daniels.
How the hell does he go from the game?
It'll make a lot of sense when you see it.
I'm not giving anything away, but I think he's just he's a bit mad, and he wears a white coat, so you know. So
I thoroughly, the first one I thoroughly enjoyed. It was right up my street.
I think you'll love Video Shop 2. Honestly, it's everything you loved, but just elevated that much more.
Excellent.
You're gonna love it. I've got something planned. What is it? I'm gonna be in Sam Mason Bell's new film I think we're shooting in January or February, and then also I'm in his new anthology as well that we filmed at Horror on Sea.
You're also at Angie Baby Darlings next.
I'm also in C Mark. Yeah, Angie's new film. She did Domestication of Vampires in Essex. And I am in her new one, Dead Husbands Club, as the same character, another undercover policeman, detective. I play a lot of detectives.
You've got that face.
I think it's the face. Yeah, it's the face.
Yeah,
it's the face.
It's either the detective or Mr. Daniels.
Yeah. Maybe the detective.
Going from one extreme to the other.
Detective Daniels would be good.
Dear.
Yeah. Oh God. He'd be able to hide his own crimes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know what he'd do actually.
DNA.
Yeah, DNA. Oh,
I think Danny would be one of his first victims, or Paula Valentine.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, there's a lot more Paula Valentine and Mr. Daniels to come in the second one and the third one. So
superb.
Yeah, and I think that's.
Yeah, I think with the anthology.
You're writing for Tom Lee Rutter as well.
Oh yeah. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Tom Lee Rutter. He did Pocket Film of Superstition, Spell in the Witch Elm, and I've been
good lad, Tom.
He's brilliant.
Amazing. He's crazy talented, and he and I have been co-writing something together.
Nice.
Sure how much we're allowed to say about it.
I don't think say anything, just in case. Yeah.
But I do know that by the end of this year we'll be allowed to talk about it, because we'll have put together a little something to try and announce it officially and get interest in
Oh,
it.
excellent.
So
I will
just
have to get you and Tom on for that, because Tom's always good crack. I've had him and Graham on a few times.
Yeah, well, they're great.
Um,
What
and
they've done with their company is fantastic.
I met Tom at Worcester, because I went to Worcester.
We would have been there, but we had
it was Father's Day.
it was Father's Day, and then it was my friend's 50th down in Cardiff. So we'd already got plans. We got tickets to Weird Worcester before realizing it was the same day. So that was a real shame, because I'd like to have been there.
Yeah, I got told off because it was Father's Day.
Ah, there you go. There you go, you see.
Yeah. My wife wasn't happy, and we done it the week before.
But they're doing it again next year, aren't they? So by the looks of things. So
That's
so we'll try and get there then.
Yeah. And like you said, Tom's fabulous. I mean, he's one of those people, every time you talk to him, you learn some new fascinating thing about horror films. You come away with a great film to watch, or he's just got such great energy.
He's just got a great knowledge as well.
Yeah. Brilliant. And working with him
yeah.
fun.
Absolutely great guy, Tom. Anything else you'd like to talk about before we go?
No, I think those are all the big one, unless you want to talk about Alice Cooper.
We're meeting Alice Cooper on Thursday. I'm a massive Alice Cooper fan. And so
as you might be able to tell.
I can see the t-shirt.
So Graham Humphreys is obviously a friend of ours, the artist, and he did like Nightmare on Elm Street, the poster original and this and that.
Evil Dead and
Return of the Dead. He did the artwork for the new Alice Cooper album, Revenge of Alice Cooper, and he was kind enough to sell it to me. So I'll just show you. I'll show you. So I've got the artwork for the original artwork for the new Alice Cooper album right here. So I got in touch with So there's like they're all sort of separate. So all this original artwork. So I got in touch with the record company because they're doing a thing on Thursday. The original band and Alice having been interviewed on stage, and I got in touch with the record company and they said, oh, you know, I'm sure Alice and the band would like to see the original artwork. Why don't you come and with Lauren and meet them? So fingers crossed that all still goes ahead. So that's my plan for Thursday. Then Friday we're seeing them in concert with Judas Priest. So it'll be Alice Cooper and Judas Priest Friday. Hopefully Alice Cooper on Thursday. And then it kind of ties in. It kind of ties in with horror with Graham Humphreys and Lauren's book. You see, that's why I mentioned it. And obviously it's Alice Cooper and
Alice Cooper and Horror Anonymous.
Exactly. There you go. Exactly. So yeah. So I'm excited. So I'm waiting to hear from the record company guy. You know, constantly at the moment, thinking when's his email coming through? You know,
it's worse than if he was waiting for a date phone call.
There's nothing worse. No, there's nothing worse because you're thinking this is going to fall on its ass. This isn't going to happen.
Exactly.
I was like that with Jonathan Ross. I thought it's not really Jonathan Ross, especially he was half an hour late.
Oh.
So I'm thinking it's definitely not Jonathan Ross.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I'm just going to ring him. I've been sitting here like with this setup for half an hour.
Yeah.
I'm just going to ring him. So I rang him and he went, hello, Paul. And I went, hi, Jonathan. I said, we were supposed to be on at 11. Oh, what time is it? Oh, no. Right, 5 minutes. And he was on.
Oh, phew. It's that hopelessness, isn't it? There's nothing you can do apart from wait.
Exactly.
It isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But so we'll see. Yeah, hopefully Thursday we'll have had 5 minutes in their company, which will excite me no end.
Yeah, that might be the thing he's looking to forward more than the wedding.
No, I'm looking no.
No. But that's a
no. Yes, no. No.
No, when you get to meet your idol, one of your idols, you know what I mean, from growing up, it's a massive, massive thing, and it'll be one of the biggest things. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We were lucky. Lauren, for my birthday last year, got us tickets to see Alice Cooper in Denmark with a photo. So we have shaken his hand, which was amazing. We've got a photo with him, which is great. But I'm hoping this will give him a chance to say, you know, Lauren wants to give him her book. Yeah. I've got a couple of bits I'd like him to sign. I'm going to give him a copy of Video Shop Tales of Terror because obviously he's a big horror film fan. Hopefully he'll sign a couple of pictures for me and an album cover. We'll see. Who knows? In my head, we're going to become best mates. So, and
That was like me and Jonathan Ross. I thought I'm going to be best mates with him.
Exactly.
That's it. Me and him are pally.
Yeah, I mean, my son. It's right. My son won't be best man next year. It'll be Alice Cooper.
I must admit, I have become quite good pals with some of the lads who I've interviewed.
That's
Mike
good.
Mort, who directed Chuck Steele. If you haven't seen Chuck Steele, Night of the Trampires, it's
I've heard about
amazing.
it. Okay, I'll check it out.
It's a throwback to the 80s. It's Jennifer Saunders, vocal duties.
Oh, wow.
Paul Whitehouse is in there doing vocals.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mike Mort is the guy who was behind. Remember those cavemen claymation? Was it Gogs? Gogs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Mike Mort was behind that.
Let's go back a bit.
Remember the Mr. Boombastic Levi's ad?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
With Shaggy's Boombastic on it?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Claymation one.
With the jeans.
He was behind that as well. And he's there's a 15-minute short on it on YouTube. I'll send you the link.
Perfect.
Chuck Steele's Raging Balls of something, I can't remember. But it's hilarious. And then the film itself is just so funny.
Perfect.
The Trampires are vampires that live on tramps because of the alcohol. They need the alcohol as well as the blood.
That's quite good.
So, and it's Dracula who is the first one, comes over and he drinks from a tramp. And that's it. He gets drunk and loves the blood, and it goes from there. But it is an excellent film, and it's a film that I'll always put up there because I think it's one of my favorite films ever since I've seen it. But Steve Kostansky is another guy who he directed Psycho Gorman.
Oh, great film.
Yeah, and he's doing Deathstalker at the moment.
Oh, it's him doing Deathstalker.
Yes, he's finished it.
Perfect.
It's got I was talking to him yesterday and I said, now it's finished, I've got to ask you, have you got that monster in from the original artwork that never appeared in the film?
Yeah.
And he went, yes and more.
Perfect. I love that. That's what I've actually got the original Deathstalker video sitting up there, funnily enough.
There you go. So yeah, Steve Kostansky, great guy.
Yeah.
And he co-directed The Void as well.
Yeah, which is another good film actually.
Yeah.
No, it's nice when you turn something like you enjoy doing like this and you meet people. I think that's one of the nicest things about working in in horror and at this level is that you collaborate and you meet new people and you help someone out, they help you out, and it becomes a really nice kind of collective.
Yeah.
And we've met some lovely people through doing it, which is as great as the end result of the film. Sometimes better than the end result of the film. No, I didn't mean that. But yeah, it's just lovely to meet and work with new people, and if you can turn it into something personal, it's lovely.
I always wanted to be involved in horror films and things like that. I wouldn't say I was a great writer. I'm now writing for We Belong Dead, so I'm enjoying that, which is film reviews. I've never really been involved in a horror film or anything like that, but this has been a chance to be involved with some of the people who, you know what I mean, I kind of hold up there, like yourselves. I think you're great at what you do, and that's why I've got you on the show.
Yeah,
because if I didn't enjoy your work, I wouldn't put me.
Of course.
What's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, so I do this to help me. Well, one, for me, mental health, because being stuck in the house most of the time, isn't great. But secondly, because I always wanted to be involved in all of this.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I started the podcast, I said to the lads who I was doing it with, because when I'm not doing the interviews, I do it with a few lads as well, just talking films. That I'll get people to interview, and it started with Giovanni. Then my first proper one that was on air was Jim Wynorski.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been friends with him on Facebook for years. We're doing sequels we watch more than the original, and I watch Return of the Swamp Thing more than the original.
Yeah.
So I'd sent him a message saying, any stories about Return of the Swamp Thing I can read out on the show. He went, I'll do one better than that. I'll come on the show.
Oh, brilliant. I love that.
That's
Well,
lovely.
we've just been writing about it for the book. So, you know,
Oh, well, there you go.
and
And
I think, and I definitely would watch Return over the original again.
yeah, I mean, the original story is good because it's the origin, but
Yeah.
the costume's shite. The only good part about it is Adrian Barbeau's boobs.
Yes.
To
I
be
mean,
fair.
I was like, I'm not saying anything.
We mentioned
Yeah.
it in the book.
We mentioned the boobs. So it wasn't in the American release, was it? The
No,
boobs.
it was
No,
totally
it was in the
fine.
European release.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, oh, this is exciting.
And the costume for the second one is so much more like the comic book. I mean, I've got a one-to-one bust of Swamp Thing that my mate made us.
That's cool.
Cool.
I thought you
You
were
know
talking
what I
about
mean?
Adrian Barbeau again then for a second.
Well, you know what I mean? That is some bust. But yeah, no, Return of the Swamp Thing is an incredible film.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Really good.
yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah, that's great.
it tells stories of Charlie Sheen partying on set because he was friends with Heather, who was going out with Tommy Lee at the time. So Tommy Lee was on
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
So
that's
it was quite a good little podcast. And that was all before I was on YouTube. It was just audio then. So I am
Wow.
getting Jim back on to do a video,
Idea, yeah.
and he
Right.
said he'll do it. So that'll
Love
do
it.
me nicely.
Love it.
But so anything else you want to plug before we sign off?
I think that's pretty much it. I think that's kind of us.
Thank you for
Thank you for having us. We've had I'm having a great time. I assume have you had a great time? Yes, we've both had a great time. Phew. Yeah,
Well,
no,
that's all
love it.
right. That's all right. Well, I'm sure I'll have you on again when some of your other projects hit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And we'll send you loads of stuff.
We'll send you some stuff.
Yes, definitely. I'll send you my address
Yeah.
and I'll tag you in the. I'll send you the Chuck Steele mini from YouTube.
Please, yeah. It'd be great.
And you'll watch it and you'll just go, I need to see the film now.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
so-
much, sir.
No. So I'll say goodbye from me. And obviously, goodbye from Tony. Goodbye from Lauren.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you both so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And you have both been excellent guests.
Thank you very much.
Thank
It's been
you.
lovely. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kruger. I'm the director of Fry Barry in Street Trash. This is Barry. You also may know him as 2-Bit in Street Trash. You're watching the Carlisle Cult Cinema Club. Subscribe and like Facebook social media pages.